The shocking truth about success. No one tells you. A life-changing story of karma. Have you ever wondered what success really means? Not the flashy cars, the big houses, or the endless social media posts, but something deeper, something real? What if I told you the secret isn't what you've been told all your life? What if success is not just about what you get, but what you give? Today, I want to share a story that might just change the way you see success forever. Meet Daniel, a man in his mid-30s living in a quiet suburb just outside a bustling city in the USA. Daniel worked a modest job as a delivery driver for a small company. His life was simple, unremarkable to most. Yet behind his calm demeanor there was a quiet storm of frustration and dreams he hadn't dared speak aloud. He wasn't born into privilege. His family struggled, and growing up, Daniel learned early that kindness often went unnoticed, and success felt like an impossible mountain to climb. One chilly autumn morning, Daniel was driving through the neighborhood, delivering packages as usual. The air was crisp, the scent of wet leaves and early rain lingering. As he rounded a corner, he spotted an elderly woman struggling with her groceries outside a small apartment building. Her hands trembled, and bags threatened to spill onto the sidewalk. Without hesitation, Daniel pulled over and rushed to help. "Here, let me take those for you," he said gently, taking the bags from her hands. She looked up at him with tired eyes that seemed to hold 1,000 stories. "Oh, thank you, young man," she whispered, her voice fragile but warm. As Daniel helped her inside, she invited him to sit for a moment. Over tea, she shared that she lived alone, her children far away, and that simple acts of kindness like his brightened her days. Daniel listened, feeling an unfamiliar warmth spreading inside him. That small moment was the first ripple in a series of events that would forever change his life. Weeks passed, and Daniel found himself returning to the same apartment building, not out of obligation, but because those moments of kindness made him feel connected to people, to life, to hope. He began volunteering on weekends at a local community center, tutoring kids who struggled in school. One of those kids was Maya, a bright but shy teenager who reminded Daniel of himself at that age, full of dreams but lacking support. One day, as Daniel helped Maya with her math homework, she confessed quietly, "Sometimes I feel like I'll never get out of this place, like the world has already given up on me." Daniel looked at her and said softly, "You can be whatever you want to be. Don't let where you come from decide your future." It wasn't just words. Daniel's actions matched his heart. He used his own savings to buy books and school supplies for the kids, stayed late to help them prepare for exams, and even connected Maya's family with resources for support. But life wasn't easy for Daniel. His job barely paid the bills, and his dreams of starting a business seemed out of reach. One cold evening after a long shift, he received devastating news. The company he worked for was shutting down. Suddenly, Daniel faced unemployment, uncertainty, and the crushing weight of his responsibilities. In that moment of darkness, he could have turned inward, given up, or blamed the world. But instead, he leaned on the kindness he had given and received. The community center where he volunteered offered him a part-time position coordinating youth programs. It wasn't much money, but it was a start. Then came the unexpected. One afternoon, as Daniel organized a fundraiser for the center, a visitor arrived, a successful local entrepreneur named Mrs. Thompson. She had heard about Daniel's dedication from Maya's mother and came to see the man behind the story. Mrs. Thompson wasn't just wealthy. She was someone who believed in paying kindness forward. After talking with Daniel, she offered to mentor him, sharing her knowledge and network. Over time, Daniel learned about running a business, marketing, and leadership. Mrs. Thompson invested in Daniel's dream, a small delivery company that would hire people from the community and give them a chance, just like he had been given. The company grew slowly but steadily. Daniel never forgot where he came from. He treated his employees like family, gave back to the community, and encouraged kindness in every interaction. Maya, inspired by Daniel's story and support, graduated top of her class, and received a scholarship to college. Can you imagine how it felt for Daniel to see that? The boy who delivered packages became a mentor and leader who changed lives. His success wasn't about money or status. It was about the impact of kindness and hope, and how those small acts created a ripple effect that no one could have predicted. Here's the truth that shocked Daniel the most. The more he gave, the more he received. Not just financially, but in trust, love, and fulfillment. Success, he realized, wasn't a destination, but a journey paved with compassion. If you've watched this far, I want you to think about this. What small kindness can you offer today that might change someone's life, and maybe even yours? The power to create hope is in your hands. Before you go, please like this video if Daniel's story touched your heart, comment below with your own experiences of kindness, and subscribe for more stories that inspire and uplift. And if you want to hear about Maya's journey after college, stay tuned for our next video, because kindness always leads to more incredible stories. Remember, success isn't what you get, it's what you give. And sometimes that truth is the most shocking. Success secret of all.